Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
You know what we don't need to see on December 16th is rain. It never goes well when you, and I know there was snow in the forecast yesterday and maybe a little bit of freezing rain, but it's been raining too much and there's too much water on the streets now. And what did you say the temperature's going to go down to, Joe?
Well, the high today is -3, but it will drop to about -17. That'll be what the wind chill will feel like later this afternoon because the winds will start blowing. Like right now, it's pretty calm out there. But that light drizzle last night, that was freezing drizzle, I was on the highway coming in, and it was like pretty foggy. And it's amazing. You know, it's Manitoba. Listen, we don't stop driving no matter what the conditions are.
Unless they close them.
But it was quite haunting. It looked like a movie scene to see how the mist and everything was over the sky yesterday in the dark. But this morning it's led to a lot of hydroplaning areas and just sloppy conditions even on the main drags, okay? If you have a report for us, by the way, outside the city or the perimeter, I'd love to hear from you at 762-555, the Boston Pizza text line.
Can I just tell you guys what happened in my vehicle?
Give her.
Okay, so I have those jugs of water that go into a cooler.
Piss jugs?
No.
The big water
Not
cooler
a piss
jugs.
jug.
And you left them in there from the weekend?
So
You don't have to
had
tell us what
one
happened.
in there.
It's easy. It froze.
And it froze, okay? So this thing was in the back rolling around, and it then cracked.
Yeah.
So it's garbage. And so what happened, though, is that I didn't realize in time that it was, like, melting. So then it melted in the back of my SUV and created this, like, block of ice that I had to chip away at yesterday.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah. You know what?
So I learned a very valuable lesson.
Your lessons, they continue to happen. Somebody mentioned this to me last week, and now I'm going to be very careful in what I say. They said that Kirby seems to have an incident that happens. I was out on Saturday at an event.
Did they say this?
And they said, and some of it is like pretty easy stuff, like air in a tire.
Water freezes.
Like water freezes outside during cold temperatures. And so I'm just going to sit back and show empathy today and go, wow, I really feel sorry for you, Kirby, about freezing water in a water cooler container in your car.
Tough. Who knew?
I tried my best.
Who knew? Exactly, Phil.
It's a new segment called Who Knew? And I'm going to sit back.
Segment.
I learned a lesson myself today. I learned that tires need air and water freezes in the winter.
Can we just dive into, so you forgot, I assume, that it was in there, or just didn't feel like bringing it up?
I have 2 jugs, okay? And my system is I get them filled at the same time, but like I didn't have the extra arm to bring the other jug up at the time.
You can't come back down and grab it?
I didn't.
No. I always boils down
the
to
word lazy comes to mind.
No one was there to help me, so I couldn't bring it up.
Well, I mean,
Do you know how often I bring in groceries by myself? Everybody does it.
I am a one and done kind of gal. Like I try to get all of the bags that I can, and I try to do it in one go. And I even have a little cart that I use sometimes with the apartment.
That's nice to have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap up the year on a good note. I'm not saying anything.
Is this the new Joe this week?
No, just today.
What is happening?
I had a great conversation with somebody on Saturday.
I want to know who this somebody is.
No, somebody who I'm telling you,
very concerned about you. This somebody.
Clearly.
I
tell they've walked today in my shoes.
Yeah, no.
That rough life of Kirby shoes.
Actually, I think the point they were making was that everybody walks in your shoes, but you seem to think it's only you that walks in those shoes and that's okay. Like I said, I'm very sorry to hear about the water in the cooler and it freezing and all over your vehicle. And you know what? Here, I'll give you the sunny side of that too. Thank God it was just water and not something that will stain your vehicle.
Something that could stink up your vehicle.
There you go. What do you think?
What do I think? I think something's wrong with you.
Me?
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Okay, JoJo was out emceeing a Christmas party over the weekend.
Yeah. All right. Sunday after the TCP Dow party. What a f***ing great MC your man Joe Aiello is. You two are. What a prize. We had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. The comedian was f***ing hilarious. That's actually the first time I think I've ever seen a comedian.
Kelly Taylor.
As opposed to being called a f***ing comedian. But listen, Joe, Thanks very much. That was awesome. You rock. You guys all coming next year, I hear.
Did you commit us all to next year?
I did
Joe?
not.
What was
One of the biggest
agreement?
One of the biggest laughs I got, it was the Tricor projects and DAL projects Christmas party. One of the biggest laughs I ended up getting. Kelly Taylor, by the way, the comedian, as you mentioned.
I love
There's
him.
a reason why he sells out every time he comes to Rumors. He's that good.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest laughs I ended up getting was they were doing some door prize draws like you do at the Christmas parties, and there was one for a Thermea gift card. And of all the people in the room, the one that wins happens to be guilty. And when you hear,
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Like, you can't write this kind of stuff.
Does he need to know like the ins and outs? Because I can give him those.
No. I think the point that I was trying to make was that I did tell him as he was handing him the gift card that he's the last person in this room that should win the gift card to Thermea. He can't keep quiet long enough or quiet enough to be sitting at Thermea. And everybody out of the 285 people in the room laughed because they knew it was absolutely true with Guilty. And, of course, Guilty laughs at himself all the time.
They were all nodding, going, that sounds like Gil.
Yeah.
Anyway, glad everybody had a good time, Joe. A question for me here on the Bone Phone this morning.
Hi, guys. How you doing? It's Walt Dragon calling. Hey, Phil, I'm curious. Why do they call you the Red Dragon? I know why I am what I am, so how come? Okay, bye.
The
Yeah,
Red
how
Dragon.
come?
It's my red beard, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it started.
And your favorite animal is the
Komodo dragon.
Komodo dragon, and we were talking about different wrestling / MMA type of nicknames, and we came up with the Vegetarian Express for Kirby, the
Yeah.
Big Slice for myself, and the Red Dragon was your name, and the whole character we were going to build, because your kid was, you guys were building on the video games, remember?
Yeah, we were all into the...
And there's different things. Like, I could have
Yeah.
saw you like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, because WWE's Saturday night's main event came back this Saturday with
I
Jesse the
missed
Body Ventura. It was great.
Was it?
And
Wow.
so you get the nostalgia, and we could see Phil in his kimono coming out like with the red headband as the Red Dragon.
I want to bring a Komodo dragon to the ring like Jake the Snake used to bring his snake. huh?
Damien. That's funny you mentioned that, because Jesse the Body Ventura was wearing this leather jacket with snakeskin on it, and Pat McAfee goes, "Hey, I love the snakeskin on the jacket," and Jesse goes, "That's Damien. That's Jake the Snake's old snake."
Was McAfee involved in the broadcast?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh, wow. That's something I got to make
That's
straight.
a lot.
So that's how the Red Dragon came about.
There you go.
Okay.
That story. Hey, that was quite a story, Joe. I'm glad you
There's got
remember.
to be a backstory to all great
Yes,
characters.
That's my origin story.
That
Right
is,
there.
yes.
Okay, Rager wants to weigh in on Phil and Joe's grill and the fact that Kirby is going to be outlawed from the premises.
Good morning, PJK. Rager here, calling with a rage about the K. Kirby. You're just hating on all aspects of the meat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever watched The Simpsons, but
Yeah.
you don't make friends with salad.
Salad.
You don't make friends with salad. You don't make friends with salad. Anyway,
Favorite song.
sorry, guys. Have a great day. And I would love to come get some hot dogs. They sound delicious. Rager, out.
Rager's allowed in. You are not.
I understand I hate on the meat, but that's like who I am. And I just think that you should be like inclusive in your menu
Nope.
to offer a little bit more vegetables.
Nope.
No, that's okay. Yeah, you didn't want a part of it at the beginning. So it's like this. It's like this. If you're not going to be a part of something, we're not asking for opinions right now. Maybe one day you'll get part of the survey. Well, right now we're focused on our own
Survey.
design.
We'll send out a
Are you
survey.
going to have a suggestion box?
Yeah.
Because I have suggestions.
You're not allowed on the premises.
On the weekend, somebody said this to me. I was out in front of a lot of people. I got some great ideas, and I
Oh,
meant to bring it up. Since Phil
lovely.
and Joe's grill came up, here's the deal. Somebody suggested, you go to a bake shop, sometimes they have the day-old products. Well, with our rotisserie, we could have day-old hot dogs.
And nobody would even know.
No one would know, as long as the buns are fresh.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have stale buns.
Never.
I will never
Great
have a
point.
stale bun at Phil and Joe's Grill.
Is that a guarantee?
That's a guarantee, and my slogan is always in, people gotta eat. And
Yes.
it's going to be up on the side. Phil and Joe's Grill,
That's going
because people gotta eat.
on the sign.
but not
me, though.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Love it.
Everybody but me.
We're taking pre-orders.
No, you can order food through somebody else.
Wow.
Okay, T-CONA. Haven't heard from him in a while.
Good morning, it's T-CONA. Just wanted to say, mums. I'm a little late on the Thankful Thursday. So I go to my mom's place last week, and she had recently moved. She hands me a box, and the box contained old trophies from 1978, 76 around there, 8, and old medals that I won when I played hockey for Oxford Heights.
Oh.
That was awesome. I didn't know she had these trophies, but that's a long time ago. Good times back in the day, in the 70s there. Anyway, have a good day.
Yeah, my wife chucked all my trophies, T-CONA, so I'm glad you still have yours.
Yeah, see, the difference was Mom still had them for him, you see? Yeah, yours.
My wife doesn't care about
your mom handed you yours when you moved out originally. Get these out of the house. And your wife said, what the hell are these doing in the house? And like, there's no wind. But T-CONA, the beauty is Oxford Heights, they don't even call that area Oxford Heights anymore, do they? The community? Is it still?
They still have Oxford Heights Community Club.
Oh, so he could walk in there as a legend.
You're damn
with
right.
With the trophies.
We might need a statue.
I'd wear the medals on a weekend.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Entertainment Rundown.
All right, this John Madden movie that's coming out next year. There's no firm date on when exactly it will be released, but man, they keep hauling down. They keep pulling in the big names. We already know, at least I think we knew, that Nicolas Cage is going to play the great John Madden.
That's awesome. He's a great actor.
Yeah, and he, a lot of people will poke fun at Nick Cage, but I think he'll do well at this. He'll take this role very seriously. Well, now it's been announced that Christian Bale will play Al Davis.
Oh, he's even a better actor.
I know, the heavy hitters for this flick. I mean, the relationship between Al Davis and the Raider faithful, Al Davis and John Madden, and then two great actors of this caliber. I'm super stoked for this movie.
Do you know who's writing and directing? Because that could play big. The script's got to be great. Because Madden himself, when he's doing the football games, was mumble jumble all the time, right? It's going to be great to see.
If I look deep enough, I'll probably figure that part out.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but usually if you're signing guys like that, there's got to be some heavyweights behind the project.
Exactly. I would say that Christian Bale for sure would not agree to take part in the movie if it wasn't going to be really well done.
Yeah, you're right. Nicolas Cage makes about 7 movies a year, but this is a big one.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll come to play.
Uh-huh.
This morning on the treadmill when I was watching a show, I decided to check out the new Dexter. So there was Dexter, the original, that launched in 2006 with Michael C. Hall. That ran for 8 seasons. Then...
That was HBO?
Showtime.
No, HBO. Oh, yeah, you're right. Showtime. Yes.
Yeah. And then Dexter New Blood came out. And then this one is Dexter Original Sin. And basically this is like the story of how he became who he is.
The prequel.
Yeah. And like some of the characters are portrayed very young by other, actors and stuff like that from the original series. It's just very neat. Christian Slater is in this. Very, very well done, I thought, as his portrayal of Dexter's dad. And then Sarah Michelle Gellar is also in this one.
Excellent.
So is C. Michael Hall?
He's involved in it because he does the voiceover, but like the character that is portrayed as him is younger.
Yeah. So he just narrates. That's cool. And what streaming site, Curbs?
That's on Paramount.
Oh, it is Paramount. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched the end of Yellowstone last night. I won't give it away, but if you like series endings that find closure, it's a good one. And then there's all this talk about spin-offs now, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to do the new Liam movie over the holidays? I am. It's streaming right now. You can watch it.
When other time would you want to watch Absolution? Christmas time.
I got to see it.
Also, can I just plug this too, you guys? This movie is getting so much buzz. It's been called like the new Die Hard. It's with Jason Bateman, and it just dropped on
Carry On
On
on Netflix.
Did you watch it?
No, but I heard it's complete shite.
What?
That's what the few people I know that watched it said it was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
You watched it, Kurt?
Oh my God!
Did
Edge
you love
of
it?
the seat.
Okay.
I thought it was great.
No, that's good. I wanted to watch it, and I was a little disappointed when these guys were talking about it on social media.
86% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Okay, good.
So,
I don't know, man. I mean,
You
I'm a
loved it?
big Jason Bateman
Yeah,
fan,
yeah.
but like just the
I
whole
like Bateman.
premise of it taking place in an airport over the holidays is just very good.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, you mentioned Sarah Michelle Gellar being in Dexter. There's been a lot of buzz about her coming back and returning as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and one of the reasons is because of Dexter Original Sin. So that could be a remake, and this is going to be a remake. Disney Plus has just ordered. It's only 4 episodes. Malcolm in the Middle
Oh my God.
with Bryan Cranston.
Cranston.
And he'll be back.
Frankie Muniz?
Yes, he's in, and so is Jane Kasmerick. So with those 3 characters, you pretty much have the nucleus of the show, and it was a huge hit for the 6 years it ran.
I loved that show growing up.
Yeah, so Disney Plus is looking at 4 new episodes. So a lot of rehash stuff coming back.
Yeah. What is old is new again? Is that the saying? Yeah, I'm on fire today. That's your surprised I remembered that. That's your entertainment rundown.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Look, I'm sorry, Bruce. I try to clear my throat before the sports cast. He's mad at me on the Boston Pizza text line. For F's sakes, Philly, clear your damn throat before you read your sports.
Oh my God.
That is the plan in broadcasting. But every now and then it just doesn't work out how you want it to. And,
It's funny because I mean we try, we're human. We're only human.
Bruce responded, though, to you
Did he?
before you went on the air with that.
He did, okay.
He didn't mean to offend you.
I love the way you do sports, Cass. Don't get me wrong. I didn't mean to offend you, you see? You read it with a different tone. But
That's the risk with text messages.
How is there to read that with a different tone? Philly, for F's sakes, clear your throat. What's the
I mean,
tone?
he could have said it in a very now Joe's cleared his throat.
Sounds like my old man talking to me when I was growing up.
Are you getting choked up?
I'm trying to see Bruce's side in all this.
No, I get it, yes. And I was just playing with Bruce back. I said, thanks for the kind words. Your sympathy means a lot. I will focus on clearing the throat, Bruce. We appreciate the text messages. I just found it funny.
It's that time of year. It really is, because I think I have the same thing you've got going on. But let's be honest, a few months ago, you gave it right to me.
Yes.
And my voice has never been the same since.
You guys are not to like stereotype, but like, anytime I've ever lived with a man or even my dad, my brother, in the mornings specifically, they just have a lot of things that need to come up, it seems like. It's like a lot of like a hacking and a lot of
there's lots of reels out there of women talking about their men in the morning and even videoing them and hearing them in the bathroom first thing in the morning.
Well, it is quite something.
I don't know what it is about men but it's true. The older we get,
Yikes.
Let it out. Let it out.
And then it also doesn't help that Joe and I both had the long cold, I'll call it.
Yeah.
Which we recovered from, but it affected.
Have you?
It was serious.
Doesn't sound like it, but yes,
it was serious business. We both got this cold that affected our voices,
our throats. Yeah,
and we were both coughing forever and ever. And lucky you avoided it, Kirby. Although you caught something nasty, you were away for a week in the winter.
Yeah.
So I can't remember.
That was a chest infection.
Yeah, but you caught something, right?
Yeah.
Just the same.
I felt like I was dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. But
anyway, so all that leads to Joe and I cleared our throats a lot, and we will.
It's good that we make a living doing this. It really is.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Listen, was reading this article from the New York Post regarding holiday parties, and there's a lot of them going on this time of year. Sometimes just a lunch, sometimes a dinner, and alcohol can be involved. And there's always going to be the one or two, if alcohol's involved, that and hey, most companies now will hand out the taxi chits or Uber chits, right, for a ride.
Smart move.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you do have one in the group that decides like they're going to go like this is their last hurrah with the company, like they've never been there before.
Try to win the golden lampshade.
Yes.
I went to a birthday party on Friday for one of my girlfriend's daughters who turned 22, and I'm watching these kids go hard.
Sure.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, you're going to hate your life tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of hating your life tomorrow, this article in the New York Post came from a doctor that says they might have created the best hangover cure sandwich.
Sandwich?
That's what I mean. Usually you hear of a drink concoction that'll help you get through the night, right? Water,
Greasy
cup
food.
aspirin. But greasy food's always been a part of something.
That's what I do.
I swear by Pedialyte.
Okay, yeah,
Like
sure.
chugging a Pedialyte before you go to bed and then a Pedialyte when you wake up in the morning, you're like good to go.
Well,
for
if
dehydration,
first of all you have it, like 2 of them in the house, that's amazing. Second of all, if that's the first thing in your mind by the time you get home, where's the Pedialyte? That's pretty good.
Thank God I got a 4-liter jug in the fridge.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have it on hand?
Yeah, on tap. But this doctor was saying, go with the food and their hangover food. Phil, you're not wrong. You could have been a doctor, damn it.
I'm close.
This breakfast sandwich has bacon, egg, makes total sense for the protein and everything else. The bread is obviously the carb. But they say the key ingredient now, avocado. It's the big buzz food. You add the avocado.
Really?
I think I'd get sick just from the texture of the avocado.
No, that's like what makes. I mean, Phil and I can agree on this probably, but that's like that's a pretty dope breakfast sandwich.
Yes, I love avocado. I love guac. I love anything.
But that's the key, they say,
I'll
to
do
this
that.
hangover cure sandwich.
My wife puts the avocado on toast.
Yeah,
All
that's
like
big.
an avocado toast.
Because it's really good
Huge
for you.
now.
But anything greasy, and someone already on the text line, a Baconator for breakfast after a long night of drinking.
Yeah, see, that's good. No avocado. You see, that's the key there.
You'll have to spread some on once you get home.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about avocado, the texture of it.
You
I
don't
just
like
have a
it.
hard time. Yeah, it's like,
It's very smooth.
yeah, it's like, no, it's just, it's like certain
I can
products.
just eat it. I
buds.
can eat it straight
No,
out
no.
of the like the shell, basically.
There's a reason why it's expensive. People are eating it up, but it's one of those foods. I just get like I can tell my senses already. It's gonna go bacon, egg, yeah, pretty good. And then, just like all of a sudden, you hear the brakes go on with the taste buds.
Can you what about guacamole? Will you dip in guacamole
Not
if
much.
you're
The
having
texture.
nachos?
I thought you said Christy makes a mean guac.
She does, but it's a texture.
Yeah, doesn't work.
No, salsa, okay.
That is what? No. Back the train up. You can't
Why?
say salsa's okay and guac's not.
Well, they're different textures.
They're
Different
totally
textures.
not different textures.
Sure, one's a
Yeah, they
liquid,
are.
Kirby.
Okay, but it still has.
Guac is pasty.
It
Yes.
still
Avocado's
has,
pasty.
Okay, yes, I'll give you that. It still has chunks, though, if you're going for texture.
Depends on, no, you don't have to have chunky. You can have it all minced up more if you want. For
Do you just carry like a Vitamix blender with you?
No.
No?
No. No,
Okay.
don't make me abnormal. I'm not abnormal. I don't
I'm
like
just trying
avocado.
to figure you out. I honestly,
There's
one
other
day,
people out there that don't like avocado,
I'm
I'm
not
sure.
judging. I'm just trying to figure you out.
Please
and,
don't.
And it
No, no.
continues.
Please don't.
This
I
is
don't
what
want to
you
be
did.
your science project.
This is what Joe came into work hoping for, that Kirby would try
Yes.
to figure it. He's such a complex man.
Yeah, so complex.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Joe, you're getting a little support on the negativity for avocado.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty for one. Our good buddy, regular on the bone phone. He can't stand it.
Melissa, a regular on the Boston Pizza text line.
She doesn't like it?
She said avocado tastes like feet. And for me, it's a texture thing. I
could
don't
see
know.
the texture because it's very like pasty.
Yeah, but even if it's a solid piece of an avocado, like biting into it, I think I hate that more than I do if it's in like guacamole, if that makes any sense. Then it's all minced up kind of thing, right?
So you almost have more time for a guacamole than avocado. Like you can do a little.
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
because I can control how much I put on there, right? But like a piece of avocado on a sandwich or something, I'm going
Yeah, no, I don't want a piece like a hunk of.
a slice or
No,
whatever.
no.
I
You
don't
want it
think-
on a paste?
It's got to be mashed up.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be. Sorry, Curbs. I know you want to jump in here, but I would generally prefer it done up like guacamole.
Oh, see, I'm talking the texture
Full-
issue comes with the slice for me.
The slice, yeah.
I don't think you would notice it, Joe, if it was like smeared on a piece of bread in a sandwich.
Right.
I don't think you would actually even
Notice.
notice it.
Yeah, that's probably true. Because
'Cause
I've
it
had,
can be
like mayo on a
smeared.
sandwich, but I don't know what it is. It's just the texture of some foods. Maybe as I'm getting older, kind of just they just stop though. It's the food stops right in your tracks when you're putting it in your mouth. It's like, whoa, this ain't gonna go down.
We all have certain things we just can't do. Like, for me, it's calamari. Oh, here on the Boston Pizza text line, avocado has to be in a taco or wrap or something like that on its own. It's slightly more solidified slime.
It doesn't really have a taste.
I don't even know how it became so popular.
On its own.
Mind you, I'm still getting over the whole kale phenomenon from a few years ago. The one lettuce that grows through the cracks of cement all of a sudden.
You haven't
is a
recovered from that,
supergroup.
hey?
did
I'm
not.
still chewing some from 3 years ago, I believe.
Oh, my God.
Joe never jumped on the kale bandwagon.
No.
I'm so surprised.
They put the rough in roughage in kale, boy, that stuff. Anyway, but avocado's one of those super groups foods now, right?
So healthy.
So there's one group of people in the world, I don't know where they come from, that decided, you know what? Avocado's been under the radar. How are we going to get the price up on avocados? Let's make them a superfood.
That's the thing, though. Like, I will say, as somebody who frequently buys, like, a bag of avocados, like, you got to get those, like, they are the most finicky thing ever because you get, like, a window where you can eat it before it goes bad.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I had an uncle. He lived well into his 90s, and he lived in a seniors complex with my aunt. Okay? And she had dementia, no word of a lie. And down, right from their apartment, 2 doors down was a Safeway, right there on Osborne and River. Okay? So he used to go down every day to the Safeway just to buy 1 or 2 avocados every day. So, of course, my cousin and I are sitting there having a glass of wine with him one day, and we said, why wouldn't you just go down and buy a bag, like, for the week? He goes, well, what the hell else do I have to do? I'm in my 90s. So every day, that's all he would do is go get an avocado.
I can't wait to reach that point.
And I've hated them since then.
You're getting a lot of support on the no avocados, Joe.
Okay.
People saying it tastes like grass. People saying it tastes like already chewed. So you're not the only one.
People hating on asparagus now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is this is a gateway. Avocado's a gateway to vegetables.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
I just want to play this. We got the bone phone coming up in 10 minutes. This is a call from Lisa. And the reason I want to play it outside of the bone phone is it's been a topic on the show before. And that is going to the bathroom in public, specifically number 2. I mean, we've discussed this on the program. Some people just don't like to do it. And then you have those who are more than happy to go at the office.
Well, I don't think people
There's anxiety.
are happy about it.
I think there are. I think there's people who prefer
Well,
to
you
go at
guys
the
talked
office.
about that one guy we worked with.
The Crusher. We nicknamed him.
Look, come on. If
man.
you don't even put your briefcase down and you go straight to the bathroom when you show up at work,
It's
you
like
prefer to go at work.
Absolutely. I don't know why. Like, what, you saving money at home, like from a flush a day? I don't know.
I'm assuming it's because he's the Crusher for a reason, and he doesn't want his wife or girlfriend to get a taste of why they call him the Crusher at work.
So he waits to go
I don't know.
work?
This is a
Maybe.
guy we used to work with, and yes, I do believe
You know
that.
what? I don't think it's fair to judge anybody's digestive processes.
Yeah, okay. Who said I'm judging? I'm just
Where did
commenting
Where
on
did we go to
this
judging?
is what happened. What the hell are you talking about? Here,
Let
listen.
me play the call.
Okay, please.
Oh, man.
I have a major problem taking a shit at a public toilet.
Oh,
I have to poo on my own toilet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then my friend's driving me around Winnipeg. Had to hold it in for like 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, can you guys play music? Please?
So Lisa and I have something in common because I am not
you?
Well, yeah.
everybody's on the text line right now, though, that are commenting on the Boston Pizza text line are basically saying, well, doing it at work, I'm getting paid.
I hear that a lot from people who are like by the hour. Like they're like,
Yeah.
why not take up that time doing your business
love
at
that.
work?
The only thing I can think of the Crusher, the guy that we used to work with,
Yeah.
is this, that by the time he really wakes up and gets into work, maybe he's eaten something already, and the digestive system, just the timing of it, hits that he gets to work.
You might be right
And
there.
some people take a sip of coffee and that triggers things.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, yeah.
That could be it. Or he could be the guy that says, hey, I'm on the clock. I might as well get paid for this.
Then we're
Like
getting
a lot of people.
We're getting a lot of that. Like look, my older brother, he's a truck driver, and he could He can go anywhere. Like I used to, when we would golf together, we'd golf together. The second hole, he's hitting a porta potty.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, we just got here.
It doesn't matter. He's good to go.
Gets to my house for a visit. You got a bathroom that's got a little privacy. It's like, what?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, I'm with you. And you know me. Like, I can't just go anywhere. It's just that thing. I've even stopped in at my parents' house. Okay, one time before I could go in a public. It was halfway. I was down by the forks at something, and something wasn't going right.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
The parents' house is comfort.
And the best part was my parents had my aunt and uncle over, and I walked in through the back door, and I think Joe's here. Okay, I'll be there. I'll be there in a few minutes.
Oh my God.
And sure enough, like, what are you doing here? Well.
And then your dad, what are you doing in there? That's it.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Spotlight band. I think we can all get on board with this one. The great Fleetwood Mac this week. Don't stop on 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. It's Philly Joe and Kirby at 8:48.
Yeah, there's quite a few people weighing in on the Boston Pizza text line about menu items. One was asking about Smokies. One was asking about sausage, like Italian sausages and that. We're going to stay focused and just start with hot dogs right off the get-go.
Stay focused.
You have to.
Right, on
narrow
the
items. And then
the rollers.
Yeah, we're still thinking like of a bag of chips as a side and a pop.
I think that's
kind of thing. Bottles of water. That was going to be the start. But then, don't forget, people have been asking about stuff like grilled cheese and that kind of stuff.
Meatball on a stick.
Meatball on a stick. I think we're going to go with the sub idea.
A sub?
Yeah.
Sub sandwich?
Just a meatball sandwich.
Oh, I got you, yeah.
That's a lot of buns that you're going to have to carry around on that truck.
I would say we start just with the rotisserie hot dog.
Yeah, have to.
Just start there.
Stay focused.
The business is more than likely going to go boom. And once it takes off, then we go into extra staff, extra food items.
That's if things don't get affected by the boycotting that will be happening.
Well, you can boycott all you want. It's not going to affect business.
This is something that I'm going to be looking into legally, this boycotting. Like, no one, like, I don't spend the rest of my day worried about where vegetarians are out eating their food. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know where your passion lies.
Somebody reminded me that, at one time I was outed from Costco because I used to go in and get the poutine and I didn't have a membership.
Yeah.
And then they banned me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guess what? Didn't work for them. Now who has a membership and gets to go to Costco? So you think you can ban me?
Can you imagine proposing this to some of the vegetarian friends of yours? So why are we going here to pick it? Well, because I have two friends who opened a business
without me.
But
they did ask, and I basically said no. Their idea sucks, but. I would like to. So I imagine that happened with you and the Costco people. They brought you into the mix to see if you wanted to be a partner.
For more Philly Joe and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.